What if we told you that a transaction many young people consider fun and exciting could actually contain hidden uncertainty that raises concerns under Islamic commercial law? Today, mystery boxes are everywhere in Malaysia. Shopee, TikTok Shop, and live stream sales. People buy them hoping for expensive rewards, but many receive products worth far less than what they paid. And yet, thousands of Malaysians continue buying them every single day. According to Data Reporters Digital 2024 Malaysia report, Malaysia has more than 33 million internet users, while social media usage exceeds 80% of the population. This means that millions of Malaysians are constantly exposed to online shopping trends, influencer marketing, and live stream selling. As e-commerce continues growing, mystery box purchases are becoming increasingly common among Malaysian consumers. So the question is, are mystery box purchases simply entertainment, or do they contain hidden gharar? Hello everyone. Today we will discuss our topic, the hidden gharar in mystery box purchases on Malaysian e-commerce platforms.
RM20 only, mystery box, maybe AirPods, maybe smartphone, luxury accessories. Don't miss your chance.
Ooh, maybe I'll get lucky this time.
Later.
Huh? A plastic spoon?
Although this situation may seem funny, it raises an important question. So from the perspective of Islamic commercial law, is it fair for consumers to spend money without clearly knowing what they are purchasing? So this brings us to our first key concept, gharar.
Before we continue, let's first understand an important concept in Islamic commercial transaction, gharar. In simple terms, gharar refers to uncertainty, ambiguity, or insufficient information in a transaction. For example, buying something without knowing the exact product, agreeing to unclear conditions, or paying an item without knowing whether it is actually worth the amount paid. According to the Office of the Mufti of the Federal Territory, Malaysia, excessive uncertainty in a transaction may lead to unfairness and injustice between buyers and sellers. The same institution explained that mystery box purchases may involve excessive uncertainty because buyers do not clearly know the actual product they will receive. This is one of the main reasons why mystery box transactions have become a topic of discussion among Islamic scholars and consumer protection advocates. Islam encourages business transactions that are transparent, honest, and fair. But if consumers spend money without clearly knowing what they are purchasing, can the transaction truly be considered fair? However, it is important to note that not every mystery box transaction is necessarily problematic. The main concern arises when the uncertainty becomes excessive. If consumers are unable to reasonably determine the value, quality, or characteristic of the product before making payment, the transaction may contain elements of excessive gharar. This is where the issue becomes relevant from an Islamic commercial law perspective. Now, let us look at the situation in Malaysia. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, online purchasing activities among Malaysians continue to increase every year. At the same time, Data Reporters Digital 2024 Malaysia report shows that social media remains one of the most influential platforms affecting consumer behavior. With the growing popularity of Shopee, TikTok Shop, and live streaming selling, Malaysian consumers are increasingly exposed to marketing strategies that emphasize excitement and surprise rather than product transparency. As online shopping becomes more common, mystery box sales are also becoming increasingly visible on Malaysian e-commerce platforms. Many sellers use marketing phrases such as 100% surprise high value reward, rare item, and chance to win premium products. This advertisement attract consumers through excitement, curiosity, and the possibility of receiving valuable products. However, some buyers later discover that the products received are low quality, damaged, or worth far less than the amount paid. This gap between expectation and reality is one reason why mystery box transactions are being examined from both consumer protection and Islamic commercial law perspectives.
So, what is mystery box? A mystery box is a product sold online where buyers make payment without knowing the exact item they will receive. Sometimes seller advertise statements such as chance to win an iPhone, luxury surprise box, rare item inside. This advertisement creates excitement because consumers focus on what they might receive. However, in reality, buyer could receive almost anything. According to a study published in Journal of Mashallah titled Strategy of Gharar Business Team, mystery on e-commerce shopping platform, mystery box transaction attract consumers through surprise reward and unclear product outcomes. The study found that mystery box marketing offers shift consumer attention away from the guaranteed product and towards the possibility of receiving a more valuable rewards. As a result, purchasing decision may be influenced more by speculation than by informed evaluations. In other words, consumers pay for something before fully knowing what they are actually buying. This uncertainty is one of the key reasons why mystery box purchases are associated with Gharar. In Malaysia, mystery box can easily be found on Shopee, TikTok Shop, Facebook Live Sales, and various live stream shopping platforms. Some sellers even advertise expensive products such as smartphone, gaming device, branded accessory, and luxury items to attract Malaysian consumers. As a result, buyers may become more interested in possibility of receiving a valuable reward than the actually product they are guaranteed to receive. What is the differences between blind box and mystery box? Now, some people confuse mystery box with the blind box. Blind box are actually one type of mystery box. They actually involve collectible toys or figurines where buyers know the collection series but they do not know which specific character they receive. For example, buyer may know that a blind box belongs to a particular collection but they cannot choose the exact figure inside. Mystery box, on the other hand, are broad order and may contain electronics, fashion item, beauty product, household goods, or other products. Although the product may differ, both mystery box and blind box share one characteristic. The buyer does not know what exactly they receive before making payment. This uncertainty is what makes the issue relevant to our discussion of Gharar. So, what are the impacts of this issue? First, there are some positive impact mystery box provide: entertainment, excitement, and social media engagement. Many consumers enjoy the surprise element and the experience of unboxing product online. This is one why mystery box content platform well on platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. However, there are also several negative impacts. These include financial loss, disappointment, misleading expectation, impulsive spending, and unhealthy purchasing habits. According to the Office of the Mufti of the Federal Territorial Measure, the main concern is the unfairness that may arise when consumer enters transaction with the excessive uncertainty. When consumer cannot properly evaluate the value of a product before purchasing it, they may be exposed unnecessary financial risk. This creates concerns not only from a consumer protection perspective, but also from the perspective of Islamic commercial law.
Why are mystery boxes popular in Malaysia? So, why are Malaysians so attracted to mystery boxes? Honestly, social media plays a huge role. Many Malaysians spend hours watching TikTok video and live stream where influencers open mystery boxes and sometimes receive expensive product. This video generate excitement and curiosity among viewers. According to data reporter Digital 2024 Malaysia report, social media usage in Malaysia remain extremely high, especially among younger users. Because of this, consumers are constantly exposed to content promoting mystery boxes and surprise purchases. As a result, many viewers begin thinking, maybe I'll be lucky too. In addition, a report by the Star on the growing blind box trend in Malaysia highlight how mystery boxes and blind boxes have become increasingly popular among young consumers through social media exposure, influencer marketing, and live stream selling. The more consumers see successful unboxing video online, the more attractive mystery box purchase appear. However, this assignment also create another concern under Islamic commercial law measure. So, how can this issue be improved in Malaysia? First, sellers should provide clearer product description and more transparent transaction terms. Consumers should have sufficient information before deciding to purchase a product. Second, e-commerce platforms such as Shopee and TikTok Shop should monitor misleading mystery box advertisement more strictly. Advertisements that create unrealistic expectation can mislead consumers and increase dissatisfaction. Third, Malaysian consumers should think carefully before purchasing product based purely on excitement, curiosity, or luck. Instead, purchasing decision should be based on clear information and actual needs. Finally, awareness of Islamic commercial ethics and consumer protection principles should be increased among young Malaysians. By understanding concepts such as Gharar and Malaysia, consumers can make more informed and responsible decisions when shopping online.
Now, let us examine another important concept related to this issue, which is maisir. In Islamic commercial law, maisir refers to gambling or speculative gain, where outcomes depend heavily on chance rather than clear value or effort. According to the Office of the Mufti of Federal Territory of Malaysia, mystery box transaction may resemble gambling-like behavior when consumers are motivated primarily by luck and the possibility of obtaining expensive rewards. This concern becomes more significant when the product value is unclear, the probability of receiving a valuable item is unknown, and consumers focus more on the potential reward rather than the actual product being purchased. For example, imagine a Malaysian consumer paying RM100 for a mystery box after seeing advertisement suggesting the possibility of receiving expensive electronic product. The consumer hopes to receive a smartphone, smartwatch, or gaming accessory. However, after opening the box, the consumer received low-value accessories worth only a few ringgit. Although a product was technically received, the purchasing decision was largely influenced by uncertainty and the hope of obtaining a much more valuable reward. This creates dissatisfaction and raises concern about fairness. What makes this issue particularly important is that Gharar and maisir may reinforce one another. The uncertainty surrounding the contents of mystery box creates Gharar, while the hope of obtaining a valuable rewards encourage speculative behavior associated with maisir. When both elements are present, concerns regarding the fairness of the transaction becomes even stronger. For this reason, the Office of the Mufti of Federal Territory Malaysia explains that mystery box transaction may contain element of both Gharar and maisir. When uncertainty and speculation become central to a transaction, the transaction move further away from principle of transparency and fairness encouraged in Islamic law. In conclusion, mystery box may appear harmless, entertaining, and exciting. However, our discussion today shows that behind the excitement lies an important ethical question. According to the Office of the Mufti of the Federal Territory Malaysia, excessive uncertainty may undermine fairness in commercial transactions. The study published in the Journal of Mashallah further highlights how mystery box marketing often relies on surprise reward and unclear product outcomes. At the same time, the increasing popularity of online shopping, social media, and live streaming selling in Malaysia has made mystery box transaction more accessible ever than before. According to data reporters Digital 2034 Malaysia reports, Millions of Malaysians actively engage with social media and digital commerce platform every single day. As consumers, it is important that we look beyond the excitement and consider whether a transaction is transparent, fair, and ethical. The real issue is not simply what is inside the box. The real issue is whether consumers are making informed decisions based on clear information and genuine value. Islamic commercial ethics teaches that successful transactions should be based on transparency, honesty, and mutual understanding between buyers and sellers. And perhaps the biggest mystery today is not what is inside the box, but whether consumers truly understand the risk behind the excitement. That's all from us. Thank you so much for watching.